So our journey starts right here. We are in Alder Hey. Now this place has been here for 100 years. We celebrated that last year. Part of this building's 75 years old. Someone who can tell us about Alder Hey and about the new build is Louise Shepherd, Chief Executive. How are you?
Very well, thank you, Jay.
So tell me about your role. That's a big task, Chief Executive of one of the biggest children's hospitals in the world, really, isn't it?
Okay, yeah, well, I suppose it is when you put it like that, but it's an absolutely wonderful place to be. I mean, what's not to like about being at Alder Hey? It's absolutely a fantastic place, full of brilliant people. It's a great team sort of effort. We've got, 2,800 staff here who are all part of that effort, providing some of the best services in the world for children right here on Merseyside. And working with the patients and families as well. I mean, they are some fantastic people.
Well, you guys look after over 250,000 children every single year.
We do.
7.5 million in your catchment.
That's right, yeah.
How do you do that? It's a lot of pressure, that, Louise, isn't it?
It is a lot of pressure, but as I say, there's a great team of people working with those patients, and it's only by having great team working with really highly qualified people that you can achieve the sorts of things that those guys achieve here. We cover the whole of the Northwest, the Isle of Man, and most of our children and families come from there, but truthfully, we treat patients from the whole of the UK and increasingly internationally as well. And that's because of the reputation here. So people choose to come to see the consultants here and the clinicians here who are providing such great care.
It's funny, I always say this, there's not one person in Liverpool and Merseyside who haven't had some sort of link with Alder Hey in the past, whether it be them themselves, like me, who was in and out with broken bones and whatever else. Yes. A parent visiting, A&E, whatever. Everyone's got a link in this city, so it means something to Liverpool, doesn't it?
I think that's right, and I think you started by saying, we've been here for 100 years, and there's 5-6 generations of families who've gone through this hospital, and I think that puts us right at the heart of this city, and hugely loved by many people not just in Liverpool, but truthfully around the country
and the world.
Indeed.
So the move, we've got to talk about this. This is what this programme is about. We're giving viewers an insight into what you can expect from the brand new hospital, which is just over there.
Yeah, it is.
You open in September.
We do.
Tell us first of all why the move. Why did you need to do this?
Obviously, everybody's expectations, both from the staff and from, crucially, our patients and families, has changed dramatically in that time. I mean, these buildings were designed by Flo Nightingale herself, and in those days, things like being on the ward with a child as a mum was not the done thing at all. In fact, mums weren't encouraged into hospital. So, our facilities are very cramped. The adjacencies of, as we call it, of services. So our A&E is right down the corridor there, a quarter of a mile away from our critical care service. And children have to travel a long distance inside this hospital to get the care they need, and so do staff.
You were talking then about cramped conditions, and a lot of people are in and out here all the time. You don't actually realise until you're shown something. And there's a ward that we're going to go to now. You can see that. Yeah. And it's M3.
M3. I mean, M3 is one of our surgical wards. It's as I say, staffed by one of the most fantastic teams, you could hope to meet. But you'll see for yourself that, although we make huge efforts to try and improve the environment by putting bright curtains and play facilities here, it's still extremely cramped.
The staff must be extremely excited about the new hospital.
I think they are,
Obviously the nurses, the doctors, to get these new facilities, it must feel good.
Well, I think they recognise that, the chance to, it's a chance in a lifetime, isn't it? It's a once-in-a-career opportunity to, move into something that's going to have an investment of £250 million in it. Wow, that's great. It's also quite an emotional time, though, for staff here, because many of our staff have been at Alder Hey for a long time. They've been part of the fabric of this great organisation. And there's an element of feeling quite emotional about leaving the old Alder Hey.
The old building.
So we are thinking, with staff about how we celebrate the 100 years history here with our families over the summer before we finally say goodbye to it and move into the new facility.
There is so much history when you think. I was reading up about the World War I and World War II, how it was used. But then not only that, for people in Liverpool and people in the country who've had links here, there's a lot of history, isn't there?
There's a lot of history and a lot of emotion. I mean, obviously, children who are very severely ill and or sadly in cases where they've died, the emotional attachment of families and staff as well to those children is huge. and they are part of this building. And so that's a very important issue for us going forward, and thinking about the future.
You mentioned the future. 10 years' time, where do you see Alder Hey Children's Hospital?
Well, we've got a great opportunity. That move into that new facility is going to really put Alder Hey on the map internationally. There is no facility like it in the world for children. It has been designed with, by and for children. We had a big public consultation actually in Merseyside about 6 years ago, and we had 9,000 responses to that. 1,000 children drew pictures about what they wanted for their new hospital, and they have formed the kernel of what that building is. That team of children have led the design process with the architects for that hospital, and they have stuck with it. And we meet once a month on a Saturday morning, and they are still in the throes of making the final touches to that building. So it's their building.
Yeah.
I think you'll see when you see it for yourself that it absolutely doesn't look like a hospital. It's going to be a fun place to be as well as an important healing place. And there are very important facilities that they asked for. They asked for the ability to be able to see the park that we're going to be in from every window in that hospital. They wanted their own rooms. Most of them will be able to get that. 75% will be in single rooms.
That's a big deal,
that's
isn't
a really
it?
big
Especially
deal.
For a teenager or someone of that age, it's important.
As you say, the young people need to do homework and so on, have access to digital technology. Social networking is very important
Really
for
important,
children and young people. Being very isolating being in hospital without that. That's all possible in that new hospital, and it isn't here. So that's going to be a fantastic opportunity for them.
And research as well, there's a lot going into that, so there'll be a lot more in the new hospital for you to carry out research.
Absolutely. Research is a very big part of Alder Hey, and we've got the opportunity with this new facility which has got a research facility alongside it, to cement our position as one of the leading researching hospitals in the world.
It's exciting, it really is. Thank you for chatting. You seem so passionate about this place, and obviously
Absolutely.
that's what's needed in a chief executive. So thank you for chatting to us.
Thank you very much indeed.
I think we're going to go next door to the new building.
Yeah.
This is really exciting. We'll see you after this on Inside Liverpool at Alder Hey Children's Hospital. Louise, thank you.